Hi, I got back 270 cards from PSA. I sent these with Ludkins just about 2 years ago. Oh my god, cats running around. All these cards came from the same collection. Friend of mine, we found this guy selling a bunch of cards and we just bought them all. Oh Jesus, it's like all WOTC. All Holos and rares. It's gonna be a lot of cards. I hope this isn't too long of a video. I was contemplating not doing it, but the grades are pretty good, so I figure it's probably worth going through them all. Yeah, I believe I paid $9 US per card for grading all these. And I've gone through most of them. I'm pretty happy with all the grades. There's like two cards I think that I was gonna crack out. Yeah, this is gonna be a little bit difficult to go through, just because of the volume of cards. And my amateur filming skills. Some sets did better than others, but in general, like, everything was the same condition. Everything was like near mint better. I think the lowest grade was a 7, maybe 2 or 3 7s. There was a lot of 10s, but I'd say the average grade was like a 9, which it's a bit of a bummer for some cards, but for others, it's I'll take it. Some of the first edition Holos, good enough as a 9. I graded one WOTC Holo as a 10. Here it is right here. Probably the easiest Holo to grade, but hey, got one WOTC Holo as a 10. I think there's all the WOTC sets except for like base set, legendary collection, and E-series. So there's like some jungle, some fossil, not as many, but some. Quite a few gym, first, and unlimited, and then a ton of Neo. And I've been really humming and hawing, like, do I want to sell these or not? And it's tough, because it's, you know, like, they all came from the same collection. So they're, you know, just like that fact alone, it's like, I don't want to bust them up a bunch now. But at the same time, it's like, I've got no use for these. Like, I don't really have a space in my collection for them all, so it's tough. I don't know what to do. Also, these came back and they were all out of order, and I like kind of organized them back into some semblance of order. But there was a couple people who were who I was thinking about selling cards to, so I took theirs out. The deal didn't go through, so I'll just show those at the end. The big pile of cards. I think we're in Gym Heroes Unlimited now. We did pass the first edition Rockets Snorlax, which I was really happy with. I like this card. Would have been nice if they both got 10s, but whatever. Would have been nice if everything got a 10. But I mean, overall, I think I did pretty good as far as grades go. I just sent them out because it was like I wasn't gonna get a cheaper opportunity to send them out. And I think when I sent them out, the Canadian to US dollar was like a little better. There was like a small little spot where it rallied 2 years ago, and it was like closer than it usually is. Oh, here's another 7. This card's not easy to grade. This was a pretty good grade. One of the better holos. It's like a very clean holo. Happy with that for sure. Okay. Now we're getting into Gym Challenge. Hopefully some people like WOTC more than me. They like this video. I'm a fan of WOTC, it's just not my favorite. I'd say my favorite like era would be 2003 to 2007, whatever you want to call that era. I've heard it called 100 different names, but it's just those years. Japanese, probably, just because you get a little more value if you're gonna open it. A little more something to show for it, at least, you know. Guaranteed a holo, and I believe all of those. Most of those sets, at least. Most of the ADV sets. I guess English too, you're guaranteed reverse holo, but it doesn't count worth a shit. The person that we got this collection from, they had every single set. Base set, first edition, I think most of base set first edition. I know they had a Charizard. It graded a BGS 85 first edition. That's with my friend. That was his end of the deal, and I got all the bulk. He paid for it, and I got all the bulk, and I just had to line the deal up, I guess. That was the third time around us dealing with this guy. The first time around we got some holos. Second time around I got some bulk and some holos, and then the third time around we got everything else that he had, and it was a giant collection. And everything was in really, really, really good condition. There was a handful of WOTC holos that graded a 10 in other submissions. Dark Blastoise, Dark Gengar, Shining Kabutops, Shining Raichu, Shining Steelix, I think Shining Mewtwo as well. It was an incredible collection. One of those crazy ones that you just have to see it to believe it. And I found the guy on eBay. He was selling some WOTC holos, and I was just like, hey, can I buy some more? Do you have more that aren't listed? And I basically hit the mother load. He was just starting to sell off his entire collection that he had from his childhood, and he was really flexible with prices. He'd basically give you a price, and if you liked it, you could buy it at that price. If not, you could offer, and you know, most of the time his prices were good. A few times, you know, buying in bulk, I thought, well, how about I buy everything that you've got listed right here, and you know, you knock 20% off, and you know, stuff like that. But his prices were really good. Like, I can't remember, they're all written down. It's all from 2 or 3 years ago. These are the doubles for a lot of the sets. This was part of the deal that didn't quite pan out. I was gonna sell these rares. I believe there's gonna be from all the different sets, but a lot of these are gonna be doubles. And once we get into the Neo, that's pretty much going to be the end of it after however many Neo cards there are. It's not easy to talk for 15 minutes. Jesus. It's a bummer on a 7. Yeah, all in all, this was 270 WOTC cards, all rares or holos. Yeah. Oh, I sent these with Ludkins. That's why it took 2 years. I sent them with Ludkins January 2021. So it's been 23 months. Just a couple random holos. Okay, and this is gonna take 2 seconds while I sort this out just a little bit. Okay. Yeah, so anyone who's got cards with Ludkins, they're on the way. You'll get them eventually. You've heard it before. I've still got a couple more submissions out with them. Yeah. Can't wait for it all to be over. I don't see. Yeah, I don't have anything good to say about Ludkins or anyone who's worked for them. Like, it's just tough. It's a fucking ugly situation. I'm just gonna try not to say much. I don't wanna get too down. But I will say that, like, the amount of time that it took for these to be graded is pathetic. And that's about it, yeah. So we're into the Neo. I think I sent 1 unlimited card from Neo. The rest are all going to be first edition. Unlimited Neo is a little bit less common, I think, than first edition. Or they're at least similar size print runs, just from what I've seen. Okay. Neo Discovery. I apologize if anyone's like looking at the cert numbers. They may be organized, they may not be. When I got these, it was like a total mess. Like there was some card, like, you know, Neo mixed in with Jim and Fossil mixed in with base set 2. It was just random, total mess. But PSA did ship them in, they shipped them to Ludkins in like the big boxes, like the big new boxes where they're, I don't know, I'll show them in a second. They're nice boxes. It's kind of first time I've seen them, I was kind of happy to see them. They look like this. So they're like quite a bit bigger. I don't know, probably hold like 60 or 70 cards. They're like the new ones, but they're just bigger. We're into the Neo Rev. I think, well, I know I did the very best on Destiny. That was, kind of knocked it out of the park with the Destiny non-holos. I did pretty good, like, but definitely if everything graded as good as the Destiny, I would have been absolutely stoked. It's nice, Ante. And last but not least, the Destiny holo, or Destiny non-holos. So I think there's 14, I sent 14 non-holo rares and 12 of them got 10s. So that was awesome. My favorite of those, these two. These are two of my favorite arts from Neo Destiny. Komiya and Nishida. Yeah, there's the video. You guys have a good one.